So this is probably the cheapest VW Caddy that you guys are going to see on YouTube, and it's a 2010, it's a 60 plate, and I got it for a bargain.
Baby, do you love me? Is it easy to hurt me? Red all night, I don't fly. Bye bye, I can cry, cry, cry. See the light.
So after seeing all the engine parts in the back, that's why this has got to be 250 quid. Here we go. Oh God. Oh golly, golly gosh.
And it was at this moment I wish I looked under the bonnet when I bought the van. I mean, that's like how deceiving looks can be. But then again, you guys know what I'm like. I'm not here to leave a BLS engine in. I'm here to learn these motors.
The reason I got it so cheap is, as you can tell, there's not even an engine mount on this side. The engine is sloping down. I didn't even look under the bonnet when I picked it up. I just bought it because the price was too good to be true, and I just wanted to get the van out of there. Now, I have never touched a PD motor before, and you guys know in the channel I've always done CR140s, CR170s, the CR swaps, and actually I'm quite interested in looking at the older PD models, because let's face it, there's not only just us CR models out there, there's also the PD gangs that are still running and still driving. So obviously this is a BLS engine. The BLS engine is a crap engine, I heard, but this has survived 222,000 miles on the clock. Now the sills are absolutely mint. There's no punting of these sills at all. They are absolutely pristine. Underneath the van is pristine, and I bought it like that because I can make it a facelift in no time. So the plan of action for today is I'm going to get this PD engine out. Before we get started, I think you guys need to do me a massive favour and make sure that you hit the like, subscribe, and drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think of my 60 plate VW Caddy.
So first of all, I want to apologise on the audio there. The microphone was inside my jacket, which is why it was a little bit crackly. So let's get that out of the way. And guys, here we are, stripping down my first ever PD pre-facelift VW Caddy, and it cost me 250 quid. So what we're going to do is start by working on the battery, get that battery tray out, just trying to get as much as we can out of the way so we can get the bumper off and pull that engine out face forward. So now we've got the bumper off, we have to start working on that rad pack and that front crash bar. Now again, fairly straightforward, just taking a bracket off underneath the headlights, then taking the crash bar off, and then hopefully we can get this rad pack out. But let me tell you, the amount of rusty bolts inside this van has been an absolute nightmare. Now obviously it's in a new location for now, just while I shift Bonnie Blue on. As soon as I get rid of Bonnie Blue, it'll be back into its location on my driveway. Which at the minute I've got temporary tools, which isn't great, but I want to get it out, get it stripped out, and this is a quick flip. And luckily enough, I've got this garage I can use for now over winter. Well, I'll try and find myself a unit. Units are very expensive at the minute, and I don't need nothing special. I just need a roof over my head and a workshop.
Right, I think it's time for a brew break, because I actually got here at about 10 to 4, so I'm 40 minutes in. I've got 2 pipes at the back to disconnect, and I need to then somehow jack it up, drive shafts, and that'll be the engine out. But I really need to think about what I'm doing next with this van, because it's a short wheelbase. Yes, it's white, but it's actually quite a clean white. think I'm going to facelift it, maybe not, I don't know. But I need you guys in the comments below to tell me what you think I should do. I absolutely want to look into this PD engine and see if it has failed. There's no belt in it though, so the belt must have snapped. Whether it conked out, I don't know. Low level engines enough yet. I think that's the next thing I need to have a look at, is rebuilding an engine. The turbo looks absolutely mint on this BLS, so it looks pretty much brand new. Let me show you what I'm up to. So obviously engine mount was already off this side, that's why it's on a Pete Tonga. I am going to put that plate underneath with a jack and just jack it up ever so slightly from the bottom, just because I don't want the engine being sat. I mean, it's probably absolutely fine, it's been sat like that for a while. When I'm jacking it up and messing around, I just don't want anything to happen. So while it's down on the floor though, I am going to crack off the drive shafts on either side, and then my plan is to get everything pretty much done. So all I need to do now, just show you quickly, is disconnect them 2 coolant hoses at the back. I need to pull this engine loom, which is pretty much out, back this way. I need to pull out them 2 gear lever cables, but I'm just going to take them off the bracket and leave them in. So I'm just going to disconnect the these bolts here, and that should take the bracket straight off. I'm then going to I haven't got a clamp, which is really disappointing, but normally I would clamp this line here so all the brake fluid didn't pour out, but to be honest with you, I've got no other choice at the minute, so I'm going to have to, or I can just leave that in there, go and get a clamp and come back and then clamp that off another day. Drive shaft bolts, I can get to these ones fairly easy here, so I'm going to do drive shaft bolts here, then I'm going to take the main drive shaft bolt out. And what else have we got? Starter motor, just take this nut off here, take this nut off the starter motor, and then the exhaust. The exhaust is something that I've not looked at yet, because I think this model doesn't have, and I'm trying not to get any crap in the engine, so I do apologise. I don't think this one has a DPF, it's just straight onto the turbo. So if that is the case, I mean, I can't see, guys, you can see better than me at the minute. Let me have a little look. There's some form of cat or DPF or something down there. Anyway, we'll have to have a look and do some investigation, but all I need to do is get that disconnected from the back of this turbo. Now this turbo looks bloody new. You know, it's got a bit of cack on there, but it could have been sat for a while. We don't know. So it looks like it may have had. It hasn't got air conditioning. No, it doesn't. I've checked inside. Bit of a shame.
Now all I'm doing is just stripping down the engine bay, just trying to get everything out of the way. And you guys know me by now, I'm a bit of an engine freak. Like, I like to take these engines out. I don't know what it is, it satisfies me. If you can give me a job just to take engines out every day, I'm all for it. So just working on getting the pipes off the back, just getting everything out the way of the engine bay, just so we can get this engine pulled out. Now, I don't know if these BLS engines are reliable. 220 something thousand miles to me seems like it is somewhat reliable, which is good. But yeah, it looks like it's had a timing belt failure on this one, and I was just going to stick a timing belt on and try and get it started up, but I thought, really, let's put something in a little bit lower mileage, a little bit better. But again, I don't know what to put in as an engine yet, so you guys are going to need to drop a comment down below and let me know what you want to see go inside this VW Caddy. Now there's some rust, as you know, on the wings, so I need 2 wings. So if anybody's breaking a VW Caddy and it's white, please let me know and I'll have 2 wings off you. But that's about it. A couple of little rust spots, and for a 60 plate, 250 quid, I think I've got a bargain. So all I'm doing here is, this is a difficult part, just get the drive shafts out inside the garage. It's very, very tight, but look, it's very, very possible as well. So take it from me, if you want to do your own projects and you've only got a tight space or a small garage, then look, it's absolutely possible. So I'm just working on trying to get that exhaust off the back. Fairly straightforward. There's just a clamp that's facing up that connects the exhaust to the turbo. Very straightforward, standard on most VWs. Just getting that off, and then we're in a position to hopefully pull this engine out and say goodbye to the BLS. so it was just caught at the back somewhere. So that should be it. That engine should come out now. Should. Drive shaft's in the way, I think. Nothing else caught on that, lads. Got some oil drippage there. Just stuck, I think. So I'm trying to get the engine out, but for some reason I just can't get it out. And the reason for it is I forgot that I snapped a bolt in the dog mount underneath. So that's why it's getting stuck, and that's why I'm having so much problem here. Yes. Come on. Right, one engine out. And that, guys. And that's how you do engine out, driveway style. Well, this one, garage style. Is how we pull an engine out. Now, I don't know what to do with this BLS. I think I'm probably just going to take a couple of parts off here and then scrap the rest. Scrap the rest. But look, it's out. We've now got a van with nothing in, ready to rumble. I did have the bottom into the gearbox. Which side are we on? This side here. There's it's that dog bone mount. The bolt snapped, so I'll have to get a pair of grips on that and get that out. But all in all, that is stage one complete. The broken engine, and I'm now looking for a replacement engine. I seem to think this engine's still got oil in it, so I'm gonna try and drain it out. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What should we put inside our £250 VW Caddy? Shall we put another BLS back in, restore it, flip it in a week? It's an option. Shall we put a PD motor in, a 140, a 130? I don't know. I'd love to know some comments of what you guys think. I've also been looking at how I could move this into a CR. So rather than having a PD in, could I upgrade this and put a CR engine? It's not that bad to do. I've had a look at the plugs. Yeah, there's a bit of wiring to do, but it's not the end of the world. So maybe a CR could slot inside there. I have no idea. So look, 250 quid, tell you what, absolute bargain of the century. Guys, engine out. Next episode, let me know what you want to see. Drop a comment, hit the subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.